Welcome to Halachot Pesach. We are working in the sefer called Chazon Ovadia by Chacham Ovadia Yosef. In today's class, we're going to continue in the laws of checking for Chametz. This will be part 6 of the class. In today's class, we're going to discuss already the next step after you have checked your Chametz and you had done the nullification process. What is the next step that you have to go about? Kol ma shenishar min hachametz, anything that is left over from the chametz, letzorach achiloto, for the sake of eating, belel arba'a asar, for the 14th of Nisan at night, ubeshacharit shel yom arba'a asar, and also for the morning of the 14th of Nisan, yatzne'enu, hide it or place it b'makom miyuchad, in a certain place. Shelo yitpazer ana ve'ana, that the food should not wander, should not spread from place to place. Ubefrat, and especially, yesh leizaher, you have to be careful, kishiyesh yeladim ketanim bebeito, or babayit, when you have small children in the house, ulashgiach alachem, and to supervise them, sheyechlu bepina miyuchedet, that they should eat in one corner. They should not roam around at the time when they are eating the chametz. Why is that important? In order for you not to be required to go back and check the chametz after them. Now, Rabotai, this is very important. After you finish checking the chametz on the 14th of Nisan at night, and you went ahead and you said the nullification process, you still have chametz which is left over that you're going to eat on the 14th of the night of Nisan, and for the 14th of Nisan in the morning. Now, whenever you're going to go ahead and you're going to try to put that chametz away, you want to try to put it in a safe place where it's away from everything else, and you want to make sure that when your children are eating it, or even you yourself, you want to eat it in a certain place so you know that that place is only chametz place. So all I got to do is just clean up after it, and that's it. But Rabotai, if you're going to have a child that's going to run away with the chametz, you might be required to go back and recheck the whole house again. That we don't want you to do. So therefore we're telling you, make sure everything stays basically in one place. Continues and he says like this, Ulemecharat hayom, in the following day, Bitkarev zman isur hana'ad hachametz, when the time closes, when it becomes closer to the time when it's already forbidden for one to benefit from chametz, yiva'arenu v'yisrefen, remove the chametz from your house, and you have an obligation to burn it. Likayem mitzvah, to fulfill the commandment, tashbitu se'or mi betechem, because there is, Rabotai, a Torah obligation to destroy the chametz from your houses. So that's what you're going to take your chametz and you're going to want to go ahead and burn them. Even women are commanded on the mitzvah of destroying the chametz. And therefore, excuse me, if the husband is not at home, because he's busy at work, the woman should be very careful to go ahead and remove the chametz lifnei zman isuro, before the time when it becomes prohibited from getting any benefit from the chametz. And the husband is going to go ahead and he's going to nullify the chametz also on the 14th of the day of Nisan, in any place where he is found. And if the husband is not going to do the nullification process, let the wife go ahead and nullify the chametz on the 14th of Nisan at day. And the nullification of the chametz during the day of the 14th of Nisan, this is its text. Rabotai, it's very different than what we saw in the previous class. What is the text over here? Kol chamirat di'ika birshuti, any leaven or bread that I have in my possession, the chazite that I saw, udlo chazite that I did not see, the be'arte that which I have removed, udelo be'arte, that which I have not removed, levitil, let it be nullified, ulehav, and let it be ka'afra de'ara, let it be like the dirt of the ground. Va'abitul ye achar habiur, this nullification, you're gonna want to say it after you have removed the bread and you have burned the bread. Why? Kidei likayem biur chametz v'servato bechametz shelo, because you want to be able to fulfill the removing of the chametz and the burning of your chametz, and only then do you want to say the nullification. Because Rabotai, what are you saying? You're saying over here that I have removed. So you have to make sure that when you throw the chametz into the fire, make sure you see that the bread is not edible. Don't throw it and then go ahead and say this nullification process. No, Rabotai. If you have chametz in your possession, you take it out of your house, you go to certain places they have where they burn the chametz, you throw your chametz in there, wait there some time, make sure that the chametz is no longer edible, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to say this nullification process. Now, Rabotai, we have to be very careful that the text is not like the previous class that we spoke about. Over here, what are you adding? You're adding over here one word, Rabotai. I want to show right over here. Over here, you're adding over here the chazete. In the previous class, we did not speak about this word, the chazete. In the previous class, we said udelo chazete. Okay, Rabotai, you will see all this is printed in your sidurim or in the Haggadot. Whatever you're going to use, you're going to have these texts. So Rabotai, one more time. Whenever it comes to the text is Kol chamira di'ika birshuti, any leaven or bread that I have in my possession, or that there is in my possession, de chazite, which I have seen, udelo chazite, which I have not seen, di be'arte, which I have removed, udelo be'arte, which I have not removed, liviti'il ulehavi kafra de'ara, let it be nullified, and let it be like the dirt of the ground. And the beetle should be after you have removed the chametz, meaning by burning it. In order for you to fulfill the removing of the chametz and its burning, with your own chametz. So that's what Rabotai, what do we want you to first do? Remove the chametz, burn the chametz. Once it's completely burned, then only we want you to go ahead and say the nullification process, because the mitzvah Rabotai is with your chametz. Now Chacham Avad is going to speak about what happens, Rabotai. You didn't watch after the child. You told the child to sit over here. You gave him, bagel with cream cheese, and now he ran away with the bagel. What do? Are you obligated to check the whole house? Continues Chacham Avad and he says like this: Tinok shenichnas lebayit baduk. If you have a child that entered into a house which was already checked, v'chametz biyado, and he has chametz in his hand, v'nichnas acharav, and you entered after him, u'matzah pirurim, and you found breadcrumbs in the place where the child was, eino tzarich lachzor u'levdok, you don't have to go back and you don't have to check. Why? Because we're going to see right now, he's going to say, because we're going to assume that he ate the whole thing. Va'afil im lo hayu pirurim kishur hachametz, even if the pirurim, the crumbs, were not the size of a chametz, nevertheless, you know what we're going to say? It's not a problem, you don't have to go back. Why? Because the chazaka, the assumption is that he ate it. And these crumbs, they fell from him at the time when he was eating. Because the way of a child, or the way of children, is to crumble or to, have breadcrumbs fall at the time when they are eating. However, Rabotai says, V'im lo matzah pirurim klal. What happens, Rabotai, if you don't find no crumbs at all? You saw the child run away with the bread, but you everything is clean in the house. V'atinok yesh lo da'at. And the child, he understands. Ve'omer shachlon, he tells, listen, I ate the whole thing, I didn't hide it, I didn't put it anywhere. Ne'eman, he is believed. Ve'en tzarich bedika, and you do not need to go ahead and check the whole house again. But Rabotai, to be safe, make sure you watch after your children, or take them out for breakfast. 2 days, 3 days, nothing's going to happen. They're going to feel the holiday of Pesach is coming. They're going to be very happy. They're going to look forward for it next year. So it's very important, Rabotai, to make the holiday special and not chas v'shalom a burden. Short review for part 6 of the class. Any chametz that will still be eaten that night, or the next morning must be carefully set aside in a specific place so it does not spread. The next day before the time when chametz becomes prohibited, it must be burned or destroyed. Women are also obligated in this mitzvah if needed. If a child entered a checked area with chametz and crumbs are found, one does not need to recheck, assuming the child ate it. However, Rabotai, we did see that if you don't find any crumbs, all you gotta do is ask the child. If it's a small enough child where you're not gonna be able to ask him what happened with the bread, Rabotai, you're gonna have to recheck the whole house. But if the child, he understands and he tells you, I ate it, we're gonna tell you over there, you don't have to go back and recheck the whole house. Rabotai, have a great day. Baruch Adonai L'olam. Amen ve'amen.